And we're live. Welcome all to the show from around the world. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here, hanging out back here in Calgary. Went away for the weekend and enjoyed some time with my sister and her husband. Had to drive 6.5 hours into British Columbia, and then 6.5 hours back from Friday to yesterday. So we did 13 hours in the car the last 3 days. Saw some very pretty area though, beautiful mountains. The snow is melting. The waterfalls are, the creeks and the brooks and the streams, white foamy water coming down, and all the rocks are being splashed on. And fantastic, a fantastic time of year to travel through British Columbia. Longest days of the year, of course. Sunset now, 9:45 in the evening is sunset here. Yeah, long days. It was nice to go out for this visit to see my sister and her husband. And we're back. And while we went away from town, Taco Boy was busy with his buddy, Mr. Netanyahu, and created a bit of a fireworks show in Iran. The markets have really gone calm about this. The markets really didn't gyrate much. The oil pricing did take a pop over the weekend, but it's gone. It's all gone. We're only up 12 cents on crude oil right now. We were up $3-4 a barrel on Saturday, but we're 12 cents higher now. So nothing going on. The Dow Jones right now is down 51 points after being down 120, 140 about an hour ago. And S&P is down 2 points. It's almost coming back. And then NASDAQ's only down 1 point. I mean, we're about to go green on NASDAQ this morning. I noticed that the triple Qs today, at one point, they were down into the 525 range, but they're now 526.38, down 55 cents, and with NASDAQ only down 1/100%, a couple points. The Qs could pop another 30 cents here and get into this 526.70 range. Friday, the Qs were as low as 524.88, as high as 533.50. So it was almost a $9 swing from high to low on Friday. And if you've taken my classes, especially class number 19 that we did live a week and a bit ago, which will be available, by the way, in the next 24, 48 hours on my website. It's just finalizing the edit now. If you took that course, you have already made more money. My guess, you've made more money than the cost of that lesson in the last week already, because of what this market has been doing in the last week. But when you take 19, you'll find out for yourself why. You'll wonder, okay, Bruce, you charge $200 for your lessons. How is it that I can make more than that in less than a week? Well, if you can't make a measly $200 in the option writing business, and you shouldn't be writing options. You can't do that. Anyway, we'll see what gives here. For those of you who are regulars, you will be doing what you normally do, and that is folding your arms this morning. You're going to watch the opening of this market and see what it's all about, what it's going to do. Is it going to have a rally? Is it going to have a sell-off? Remember, Friday, we just got out of Friday. That was a triple witching hour. A lot of volatility all day long, hence why the Qs moved $8 up and down. Today, I don't expect that much. I expect a very quiet day today. I expect a lot of reflection today, a lot of analyzing going on today. I think a lot of institutional investors out there, hedge funds and pension funds and mutual funds, they are having a powwow today with their top people saying, okay, well, here's what happened on the weekend in Iran. Here's what's been happening with Israel. Now what? We're going to see just really what we have going on here. So there may be not a lot of movement for a day or two, which is perfect if you're a follower of this channel. You're an option writer. Excuse me, you're an option writer. You're sitting there going, Uncle Bruce, I make money when nothing happens. I tell you right now, Uncle Bruce, I love this game. I love how I make money when stocks go up. I love how I make money when stocks go down. And then when we don't have very much going on, I make money as well. Uncle Bruce, I like this game. So we'll see in the first hour or two just how this market wants to go, and if the Qs want to go up 50 cents or a buck or a buck 50, you will then take that as your cue, as it were, to possibly go ahead and write some credit spreads well ahead of this market and say, okay, they died today. Give me a credit spread up here. I'll go $4 or $5 higher than where the market is on the Qs. And each dollar is representative of about 40 NASDAQ points. So if the NASDAQ is up 80 points today at one point, I don't even know if it can do that. It's up 60 points. And then you write credit spreads that are another 120 to 160 points away yet again. I have a feeling your contracts will expire worthless or will depreciate handsomely, and you will close your trade out well before the close and say, thank you very much for this little pocket money. I'll take my $200, $300, $400, $600, $800, $1,000, $1,500. I'll take my nickels and dimes off the table, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what we can do then. So let's see how that plays. Yes, indeed. Apparently, Hims and Hers stock plunges as Nordisk abruptly ends their partnership. That is the breaking headline coming across on Hims this morning. So any of you who are into Hims, you got to be careful. Like I say, it is what it is. These kinds of stocks can be volatile. You live and die by the sword. If you wrote credit spreads on Hims, you're a happy camper because the stock is off $13.58 to $50.67. It did get under 50 for a while. It's now back to almost 51, but yikes. We'll see what's going on with that. I don't know anything about the company. I really don't. I only know the name because there are viewers here who have sworn to me up and down. I've made all kinds of money, Uncle Bruce, trading this stock. I do cash secured puts. I do this. I do that. Well, great. Unfortunately, if you've written cash secured puts, if you've written 55s or 60s, well, they're now in the money, and you may be exercised. On the other hand, you may not. Obviously, if you did write, $60 call cash secured puts, you were paid likely a very handsome premium, which will compensate quite a bit of this drop, but maybe not all of it. And so you'll have to decide what to do next. Can Hims, turn it around with some other announcements or whatnot? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know the management. I don't know the history of this company. I don't know their product very well. I'm just following what you're talking to me about, and I see it as an active trader, just under 50 now, 49.85. Very actively traded stock. 9 million traded this morning. All day Friday, 42 million traded. It was up 315 on Friday to 64.22. And the high of the year for 52 weeks is 72.98. The low, 13.47 is the range of this stock. So there's a $60 range, almost $59 range from low to high. There's volatility here, and that's why the premiums on these options pay so well. Those of you who own the stock and wrote call options, you will obviously be buying back call options for pennies on the dollar this morning, and you will then likely take a look at your next write. Some of you may decide to buy back your calls for next to nothing and then sell your shares and immediately turn around and write $45 cash secured puts below the market if this stock can be around $50. Some of you may well write $50 cash secured puts with the sale of the stock at 50 and look to bring in some dough between now and a year from now. But I don't know, how you're going to play it. I'm just mentioning it as one of those stocks that, wow, there's a move today. Alex was here today as a number one viewer. Welcome, sir. Eddie Martin joined me and hit the thumbs up button as soon as he could. The third one. Richard Carlin and Stock Jockey are here. Legacy and Andrea here. Here's Sharon with thumbs up number 9. Thank you. Number 9. Thank you. The man, fourth Monday of the month, my favorite day. Time to print more money. Henry T, good morning, everybody. Twilight Zone, Red Monday, good morning, all. Mr. Lucky Go Around, long time lurker since 2021, but my time zone was always way off. thinking now about becoming a Little Bagel member. Thank you so much for joining us. Corinne is here, Stock Jockey, DH, Amy J. I'm the 34th thumbs up, Bruce. You're nowhere near single digits anymore. Thank you, Splair. Mark Downs, number 40 on the thumbs up meter. Larry, I'm 44 on the thumbs up meter, Bruce. You're going to move up to 100 very quickly here at this pace. James is here. Keith, Beach Boy, Hims, Jan 70 calls, looking nice and skinny now. Look at that. Lee Mortimer, number 54, Bruce. Good morning, all of you out there. Welcome to the program today. Thank you for joining us. And thank you all for your support of this channel. Whether you're a subscriber or whether you've become a bona fide member of this channel, we love having you here. If you're a follower of my channel and you're taking the classes that I've put together to learn how to become an option writer, I certainly congratulate and encourage you to get them all. Maybe view 1 or 2 classes a week and kind of take this, take what I do as sort of a side gig college thing, stay-at-home college, class. There's no tests. There's no surprise quizzes. All you got to do is watch these episodes, these classes. You can watch them as many times as you like. If you lose the link, to lesson 1, 4, 8, well, send me an email, and we'll get you. Well, I'll get you an email with your link. Don't worry. I know if you've bought a lesson or not. But yeah, look, this is your chance to learn something new, a way to generate income from home without having to buy inventory of anything. You don't even need to own stock to write options. And that's the surprise little element here that a lot of folks don't quite get. They kind of go, wait a minute, I thought I had to own at least 100 shares of a stock to be able to write stock options. I thought those were the rules, Bruce. And you know what? Those were the rules early on. It was not uncommon in the very early days in the 70s to write options against stock. But it really took until the 90s and the 2000s when brokerage firms really got into the latest computer scenarios, especially computer trading. All these hedge funds that started to do, computer trading programs. That is when the options market really matured. And I'm sorry to say, sadly, I don't want to. I'm not proud of this, but it is a fact that the stock option business was a human call-out exchange business at one time, where if you wanted to buy and sell puts, you had to put your order through a broker, and your broker would then send the order to the floor trader in Chicago, and it was done manually with guys on the phones and hand singles and guys yelling. But the reality is that business was eviscerated by the time the 90s were done, and through 2000, it was all over. And now we really are completely trading on computers only. And the good news, I will say, is that folks who watch my channel can learn how to write stock options and write them with their phones, write stock options on their laptops, and generate income. Gamblers, of course, do the same thing. They gamble with their telephones and their iPads and their computers. And they try to go long contracts and try to get daily returns. 0 day to expiry contracts are all the rage right now, taking over the option world. Large percentage of trading of all options is 0 day to expiry. That will expand and will become even more dominant as the business keeps growing out. And those of you who have taken my classes, you've learned the basics of options writing. You've learned how to do some poor man covered call trading, writing in particular. You've also learned how to write cash secured puts. And now you are beginning to learn and perfect the art of credit spread writing. And a number of you here are really getting good at it. I have a question right now on my page here, on my homepage, if you've been able to grab it. So far, 67 thumbs ups have come in. I thank you for that. And about 98 people have answered my question of the day so far. And the question of the day is basically, It reads like this: my stock option profits from writing calls, puts, and credit spreads exceeds a certain percentage of my total annual income. And I'm just curious, if you're working and your significant other is working, and between the two of you, you're bringing in $100,000 or 120 or 140 or 180, whatever the number is, you're bringing in 65,000 a year. I don't care. Are you writing options? Have you calculated whether the options are inside retirement accounts or whether they're inside margin accounts or cash accounts? I don't care. What I want to know is if you were to do a calculation of how much money you are now generating on an annual basis from option premiums, what percentage of your annual income does it represent now? I know many of you will not quit your day job unless you can make triple your wage doing option work. You're not going to quit your job and walk away from the guaranteed paycheck because you know what's expected of you at the job and you can tolerate them, or you're working from home anyway. You don't want to quit this gig. But there are many others of you who are already retired, semi-retired, would like to retire, and or can work part-time and do option writing part-time, and are finding that, Bruce, the option premiums I'm bringing in here, writing these cash secured puts, I figured out in the last 52 weeks, I have made X amount of money. And that amount of money that I've generated in premiums in all the accounts I have, if that were to be measured against my paycheck, represents this percentage. And so far, 101 people have responded. 42% are saying, no, we're not yet doing much. Now, 0 to 10% is what they're saying. Now, that 42 percentile might be that people who are thinking, well, whatever options I write in my retirement account doesn't count because I can't touch it. I'm only going to count the money that I can get my hands on through my margin account. And maybe that's a fair comment, but it doesn't give you that choice here. I'm actually just looking at a generalization of your performance. But 10 to 25% of income, 26% of you are telling me that, 25 to 50% of your income you're now seeing your option premiums making up between 25 and 50% of what you earn. That's how well you're doing. 11% of you are doing that. But here's the kicker: over 50% more. I make 50% or more than my annual wage in our household even. From writing options, 20% are making more than 50% of their dough. And as the votes come in, we'll see how this number fluctuates. More and more of my option writers will join us as we get closer to the opening, which is now 41 minutes away. So keep hitting that poll question. And if you're able to hit the thumbs up button for us, we're trying to get out of the 50s and 60s. We're now into 74 thumbs ups and counting. They're coming in. Thank you all for joining me today from wherever you are. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Keith, Just Truth, Beach Boy, Hims, Jan 70 calls, looking nice and skinny. Lee Mortimer's here. Charlie is here. Doug, I'm in Hims in the money. Yikes. Walter Young, good morning all. Number 67 thumbs up. JV, good morning everybody. JV, I was not able to write on Friday, but luckily I wrote on Thursday for Friday, and today's so far so good on my cues. Right on. Murray from Tokyo, good evening and morning, everybody. Fingers crossed for a pullback in our favorite stocks to write cash secured puts. I bought back many last week for some nice profits, hoping to rinse and repeat. Rice Checks, happy Monday. JV luckily wrote a $40 out of the money for July 18th. Dak, good morning, Uncle B. JV might write a cash secured, a cap on Hims later. Is that a cash secured? Yeah, cash secured put later today on Hims. Well, you wait and see how it performs. How low does it want to go? The lower, the better. If you can write 40s or 42s or 45s or 46s, we're at 48.34 on the stock, down 15.80, down 24%. So whatever it wants to give you, but don't be in a hurry on this. Give yourself a lot of rope. Relax and just take a deep breath. Don't get too eager to be writing. We'll see how this plays out. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. We're down 16 points on the Dow. Nothing. I mean, this is a nothing burger. We're up 2.7 on S&P. So we've gained. We're up 20 on NASDAQ. So look at the Qs. They're up 4 cents now. They're just barely breaking. The NASDAQ is up almost 0.1%. So the Qs really should be up about 30, 40 cents. They're behind, but they're coming. Gold down 11.50. Crude oil down 32 cents. We were up $4 a barrel over the weekend at one time. We were pushing like 77, 78. We're trying to get to that level. 73.50 now. 73.50 out of the NYMEX quote, West Texas. So going lower. Oil, the worry about the Iranian strike by the Americans and Israelis. Oil markets are going, we're drowning in this stuff. It's everywhere. The Russians are selling oil everywhere they can through rickety little oil tankers all over the place. Trucks driving through Azerbaijan and whatever. Oil everywhere, man. And the Iranians are still shipping it out. Chinese are gobbling it up. The Indian government is buying oil anywhere they can. Saudi Arabia is buying Russian oil, burning it for electricity. It's just really cheap stuff. That's the story. So oil is not in dire straits. The United States producing record amounts. Canada exporting oil to the U.S. all it can. So no issue with oil, really. A gasoline station near you has gasoline. Don't worry about it. They'll jack their prices to try to scare you. You gotta pay 10 cents a gallon more, pay 30 cents a gallon more. They don't need to be doing that. They shouldn't be doing that, but you know how they are. You know how they are. The Dow Jones is down 3 points. That's all. S&P up 4. NASDAQ up 24. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the show and welcome to the program. It's great to have you with us today. Nice to see you here. Let's take a look at some of our favorites and see what's going on. I noticed Rocket Lab this morning was down into the low 28s, now 28.94, still down 110. Haven't got any news on it. SoFi down 17 at 15.03. It got down to 14.88. It's now 15.03. GameStop down 34 cents at 23.12. The Qs are up 15 now. Here we go. They're up 15 cents, improving. MicroStrategy down 622 today. I think the Bitcoin was at 101,000. I don't know where it is right now. SmartRent 87 cents off 2 cents. Apple is up 37 cents. Not much going on. As a matter of fact, the entire selection of mag stocks were in red, except for Tesla. Now we're up on Apple. We're up on Tesla. We're up on Amazon. And we're up on Facebook. So 4 of them are up. Only Microsoft down 50 cents. Google down 18 cents. Make it now 15 cents. And NVIDIA down 99. All these are coming back. These losers are about to go green the way this market is going right now. So that's why the S&P is up, NASDAQ is up, and I think the Dow will shortly join the green side. I can just see the Magnificent Sevens already improving. Super Micro down 142. ASTS Mobile down $1.44. AI down 32 cents. Palantir has been up all morning. It's up 138. Unity down 13 cents. Goldman is up 11. Cisco is up a quarter. Spiders are up 72. Netflix up 325. The Pfizer's are off 8 cents. ARC Innovations at 67.79, up 6 cents today. It was up 96 on Friday. IBM is up 54 cents. It lost 225 on Friday to 280.97. We're at 281.24. We're not really taking off again. I'm wondering if IBM might give up $5 this week. Uber down 44 cents. HPQ up a penny. Home Depot down 66. Vanix Semiconductors down 7 cents. Adobe down 3 cents. And Enphase still under pressure. 35.45 down 40 cents. That's where we're at on some of these favorites we like to follow right now. Right on. Welcome all to the program, and thank you for joining me today. Happy Monday is what it's all about there. Let's see, Doug, I forgot my hymns. Cash Kid puts expired June 20th. I'm fine. I'm glad it expired Friday. There you go. You got out. You're done. You're okay. Now you could take a look at another one, but at a lot lower strike if you're going to do it. So take your time. No rush. There you have it. You can see what I mean by being out of a position Friday night and being in cash over the weekend. HIMS is a classic example. Who really knew that pre-opening Monday, news would come out that would cause HIMS to drop this kind of a percentage? I mean, the stock right now is off 24% to 48.64. If you had, like our friend was just saying here, Doug, I had cash secured puts. I made $650 on HIMS on my cash secured puts. They closed out Friday. They were done, and I'm flat. I'm sitting on cash. Now I'm looking. What's my next trade on HIMS? Is there going to be one? If Doug is going to do cash secured put trading now, if he's going to write a cash secured put or 2 or 10 or whatever he wants to do, he's going to do it at a much lower strike price, obviously, than he would have Friday afternoon. And there you are. If you allow your triple Q credit spreads to expire 2 hours before the end of the day, you can relax all weekend long knowing that I'm sitting on cash, and no matter who bombs who on Saturday or Sunday, or who does what corporately on Monday, I'm in a cash position on Monday, and I'm looking for my best trade. You don't need to own stock in margin accounts to make money writing options, whether it's cash secured puts or whatever. Now, with stock like SoFi, your strategy is not week-to-week strategy, generally speaking. Your strategy is really quarter-to-quarter, because in, what is it now, 7 days from now, it's the end of the second quarter for the year 2025. And about 3.5 weeks after that, SoFi will announce their financial results for the second quarter. And we kind of know the game plan around here. We've been around the block a few times with SoFi. We know what's going to happen. There's going to be speculation on earnings. Will the shares inch higher as earnings get closer? Will the shares hit a new all-time high upon release of all-time high financials? And if so, how high? So those of you who are into cash secured puts on SoFi have a different strategy than, say, doing a credit spread on the Qs that expire today or tomorrow or this Friday. Okay. Right on. Dow's off 2 points. That is it. We open in about 31 minutes from now. We're up 4 points on S&P. We're up 23 now on NASDAQ. So these two indexes have slowly been turning it around. The Qs are up 29 cents at 527.10 now. That's what I see going on. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the program. Doug says here, wait and see what HIMS does later for writing more cash secured puts. Probably a mad rush to the exit today, I'm thinking. There you go. Maybe there could be margin calls later today or tomorrow on HIMS. There'll be a lot of day traders caught on this trade. There's a lot of greedy guys out there who were hoping for 70 a share, 75. Now they're at 48 and they're going, oh God, I'm wiped out. Yeah, you're wiped out. And you margined it? Oh my God. I don't know how many HIMS gamblers are long 20,000 shares all on margin, and they only put up like 7 or 8 grand of their own money, and the rest of the money was borrowed. And they have an average of 58, and it's now 48. And they're off, a good 20% off the top, which means they're getting wiped out. They're getting sold out by their broker, unless they miraculously are coming up with more cash. But a lot of these gamblers are day traders for 1,000 or 2,000 shares, 5,000 shares at a time. They're trying to pull a quick 50 cents at a time out of the market, 25 cents at a time out of 5,000 at a time, flips. And then they get this $10, $15 kiss of death. And next thing you know, they made $5, $6 last week in profits. And it's all gone in the pre-market this morning. And then some, right? So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. So if you're going to be the possibility of being an option, a cash secured put writer today for HIMS at a lower strike, you may just want to fold your arms for a while and allow that first hour to come and go, because maybe we'll hit 43 or 44 and not 48. We might go even another $4 or $5 lower. If you can write $40 cash secured puts and get $6, $8, depending how far out you go in time, you're willing to buy the stock back at $34 a share. Are you comfortable paying 34 for a stock that was at 60 Friday, 60 something on Friday? You might be that comfortable. We'll see how that plays. The high of this stock for the last 52 weeks was 72.98. That was not Friday, by the way. We were not there on Friday, but last week on Monday, these shares were 55, 57, 54.90 at the end of the day, and then on Tuesday went to $60 right away, slumped to 58, and then on Wednesday it looked like the stock got to 57 up to about 60, then back in the afternoon to 57 at the end of the day, back over 60. Wednesday right away through the 60 mark, even to 61, 68 in the midpoint Wednesday, if not Thursday. And then Friday, of course, 62 all the way up here to the high of 64.60. Now 49.30 in the pre-market, down 14.92 on 23% pullback. If I go back a month, these shares were 52.40 on the 29th of May. That's as low as they got there. I go 3 months back, and I see a $25 stock, $25.35, April 22nd. And I see $28 on April the 28th. I see on the 29th a $35 stock. On the 30th, I see a 33. May 1, 36. May 2, $40. May 5th, 41.80. May the 6th, 49.47. So here we are. We're back to May the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Right there. We're right there right now. Now the question is, will the shares go back down to where they were in April? Will they go into the 30s? Wow, 49.20 right now. 13 million volume this morning. Holy crap. And this is not a good announcement today. So, well, we'll have to see what gives here. Norovirus abruptly ends partnership, it says here. And there's another headline that says IBD 50s HIMS plummets after Novo yanks deal over, quote, deceptive and, quote, illegitimate Wegovy knockoffs. Again, I don't know this company's history in any real detail, but technically the shares are in trouble here, and now we have to see what they're going to do. And if they do bottom in the low 40s, and you do write a $40 cash secured put and get up to $8 for it, you're committing to buy it for $32, which really is back into April territory. Is that low enough though? I don't know. I don't know. If this stock goes to 42 and you write 36s for $8, that's a $28 buy-in, right? You'll have to watch this. I don't know what to tell you. I really can't recommend you do anything with any of this thing. I do not know it. The big E, number 88, Bruce, on your thumbs up meter today. Thank you so much for helping out today. I appreciate it. We are 90 now. Thumbs up, 90 have come in. 137 people have answered the question of the day now. Very interesting. We've got the question being my stock option profits from writing calls, puts, credit spreads exceeds a certain percentage of my total annual income. So are you bringing in 0 to 10% of your annual income writing options, or 10 to 25%? Is option premium representing 25 to 50% of what you generate at work, or is it over 50%? I'm curious to know. 19% say, Uncle Bruce, the money I'm making from writing options is more than 50% of what I make for my day job. even in the household. So the household's day job income is 120 grand, and we're bringing in more than 60,000 in premium in option writing on an annualized basis now. We calculate that's where we're at right now. Whether it's into retirement accounts or whether it's in cash or secure or margin, doesn't matter. Add it all up, and you're generating over 60,000 a year, and that represents more than 50% of your household income. Between 25 and 50%, it's 12% of you, and between 10 and 25%, it's 26% of you. So a majority of you are generating at least 10, 25, 35, 40, 50, 60% or more of your gross income from option premium. Now, under 10%, 0 to 10%, 44% of you. Now, it's possible that some of you are brand new option writers and you're only writing 5 credit spreads at a time on triple Qs, and you're making about $100 a day, and you're figuring that will be worth about $1,500 to $2,000 a week, and that's about $24,000 a year, and that doesn't represent 10% of your gross. Fair enough. If you're bringing in 300 grand and you're only bringing in 25,000 option premium, it's not even 10%. That makes sense. But if you're generating 60, 70,000 a year and you're bringing in $15,000 to $25,000, you should be able to answer one of these larger categories. But hey, keep me posted. Let me know. I just want to see you kids get really wealthy out there. That's kind of how I like to roll. Mike says here, I'm bringing in about 70% of my current salary. I'll quit my job when I can get that to 200%. And this is not uncommon. This is absolutely normal behavior. If you're bringing in after tax, you're clearing $5,000 a month, $4,000, $6,000, and you can now clear $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 a month being an option writer. You're into different. You got 5 different option positions at the same time. You're doing cash secured puts over here, covered calls over here, credit spreads over here. You're nice and diversified. You're not in one bucket, and you've got no more than 20% of any of your funds in any one position. You're spreading it out. This is when you might go, I'm comfortable walking away from my day job here. I really am. As a matter of fact, Uncle Bruce, I'll walk away from my day job knowing that I've got 200% or more coming in. But I will keep an eye open for a gig, a consulting gig on the side. I might do one of those. I might do a consulting gig where I might say, if I can work from home and I can get paid kind of half of what I used to get at the office, but during market hours, I'm here and I'm able to maintain my trade, I might do that. On the other hand, those of you who hit 200%, there's something you figure out pretty quickly. You don't stay at 200%. If you went from 0 to 50% of your salary, you are likely going to go from 50% to 100% of your salary. That's going to be the new normal. And then it goes to 150%, and then it goes to 200. And it doesn't stop there. That's the point I'm making. You start to go, oh, wow, I'm making 220, 240% of my salary now. It keeps growing because you're getting better at it. And when you're a full-timer, the big difference is when you are a full-time option writer and you don't have to look over here to what your boss wants you to do, or there's a Zoom meeting you have to be part of in about a half an hour. You don't have those distractions. You're just an option writer. You become very deadly. You become very good at it. And you become better than you are now as a part-timer. And you begin to find multiple trade opportunities during the day. And from time to time, you take advantage of additional little quickies. Here's a credit spread I can write. I can bring in a quick $200 on this. Or here's a credit spread I can do in a 0 day to expiry contract. I can bring in $150 and score that today. You'll start doing this kind of stuff, little grabs of money. Well, it doesn't sound like a lot, but at the end of the week, you notice, I brought in like an extra $1,000 this week writing options than when I was part-time writing options. And that alone is $50,000 a year differential. Hey, that puts me at 250% of my profit range rather than of my annual range rather than 200%. And for many of you, it's more than that. Much, much more than that. So welcome to the party, pal. Henry T, pre-market is greens before the bell today. Yes, we're up 18 on the Dow, 7.5 on S&P, 33 on the NASDAQ. The triple Qs were red this morning, and then they went green. We'll see how they perform here as we continue on. I'm showing them red right now, down 29 cents on the Qs right now, 24 cents negative. I don't believe that that's accurate, but that's what I'm showing on the Qs. 1503 on your SoFi, by the way. So yeah, look, the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, they want to be in the green this morning. NASDAQ is up 40 points. It's 0.5%. Really, the triple Qs should be up $1, but they're down 19 cents. So we'll find out in 18 minutes what the Qs are going to do when we kind of get things going here. We're down 17 cents on SoFi, and yet the market is green everywhere. I wonder if SoFi pops 10 cents right off the bat. And instead of being at 1503, it'll be more like 1540 to 1550 first thing this morning. I wonder. Well, we'll see. Is this a dead cat bounce? Is this one of those, well, we're bouncing because, the Americans dropped some bombs on the nuclear sites in Iran, and Israel keeps pounding them. The fallout shouldn't be so bad, so we're going to be okay. U.S. exceptionalism and all that sort of stuff? Or is it capital around the world seeking a safe haven and are coming into American assets like the Magnificent Seven stocks and other stocks and U.S.-based assets? That's why the U.S. dollar is higher this morning against other currencies. Maybe that's part of it. Well, in 17 minutes, we'll find out what the cash market has to say, because that's what's going to be at 9:30 Eastern in 17 minutes. Welcome to the program, everybody. It looks like the Qs just went green, 5.27. We're up 15 cents, so we might have a little pop here on the Qs as well. So for some of you, there's opportunities to check out quotes on spreads, call credit spreads, but I would wait a good hour to let this market settle in and see what it wants to give you, and how far and how much. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to see you here this morning with us for Monday, June the 23rd, 2025. Welcome all to the program and the show. Thank you again for these thumbs ups. We're pushing the 100 mark now, I think. That is awful nice. 103 actually. And on the poll question of the day, 152 answers now are in. 152 people have submitted an answer, and we're going to keep an eye on how these brackets shift as the day wears on here. Option writers, how much money are you bringing in from premium, and what percentage of your income does it represent? Are you now representing 1/10 of your paycheck, 1/5 of your paycheck, half your paycheck, more than half? Fill in the appropriate category there, and put in your answer, and we'll keep an eye on it. 155, make it 156 answers now have come in on the session today. Welcome, everybody. Mandu number 5. I am 102 on your thumbs up meter, Bruce. I'm getting you over half the 200 you need. We had 205 on Friday. Thank you, everybody. Heat wave in the Northeast, says Mandu number 5. I've been reading all kinds of stories in the media about the big dome of heat that is building over the USA and the eastern half and so on. This past weekend, it was cool for us. We were going through rain showers to British Columbia. And here in Calgary, we were hitting the low 50s for highs. Right this morning, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Pure blue sky. Sun is shining. We're probably going to hit 60, 62 today, 68 tomorrow, maybe 70 by the end of the week. We're still cool. We're loving it. It's all good here in Alberta. Welcome all. Says Mike, it's hot here, Bruce. Oh, man, is it hot. Well, giddy up, everybody. Summertime. We've done it. We're here. Welcome, all of you, to the show. We're down 19 on SoFi. We're down 45 on GameStop. We're down 120 on Rocket Lab. We're down 4 on the Qs. Now we're 1 penny up on the Qs. MicroStrategy down 570. Spire down 25 cents. Smart Rent down 2. Apple is up 84. Tesla up 486. Microsoft down a dime. Alphabet down 50 cents. Amazon is up 19. Nvidia down $1.10, and the Meta shares, the old Facebook, up 335. So kind of a mixed market there on those magnificent sevens. They were all red this morning except for Tesla. 6 of 7 were red today. They're starting to turn it around. We're down 177 on Super Micro. 13 minutes to go before we open. ASTS was up 150 on Friday. 159. It was down. It's down 197 right now. AI is down 49 cents. Palantir up 97 at 138.30. Unity down 18 cents. Goldman down 80 cents. Nothing much. Cisco up 22. Spiders are up 62. Netflix up 258. Pfizer up 6. Arc Innovations down 23. IBM is up 80 at 281.77 right now, up 80 cents. Uber down 55 cents. HPQ up 3. Home Depot up 62. Vanik down 27. Adobe up 7. And Enphase down 13. I know some of you are playing the IBMs right now. You're into 290, 290, 2.5s. Some of you had options expiring on Friday. 290 to 300 were the spreads, and you all made money. The IBM contracts all died out. You probably closed them all day Friday. So congratulations. Those of you who are into another set of IBM trades, I still think writing 290 and 300s is a good idea because I just don't see IBM breaking 300 at any moment. But will it go back to 220? Doesn't look like it. Can IBM correct to 260? Maybe. I just don't know how fast. It's been reluctant to give up some ground. We're now up 40 cents on those Qs. They've kind of spiked here. 527.20. So the Qs have spiked up. But the NASDAQs are still holding a 37-point gain on NASDAQ. So there you go. There's the story at the moment. ALA, good morning, everybody. I am number 111 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, ALA, for that. 11 minutes until we start to trade for the day. 168 answers have come in now. 168 for this how much money are you making writing options question. When you compare it to your salary, how you doing? And again, it's a bit of a tricky question because you've got to calculate, well, how much have I brought in the last 3 months? And if I were to annualize it, multiply the total by 4, how much is that? And then compare that to the household income. How are we doing? And so I'm putting you to work this morning. I know some of you are still yawning. You're not awake yet. You're kind of going, Uncle Bruce, you're killing me. I need an hour or two here to get some coffee in me. You're killing me here. But some of you are at the ready. Some of you know precisely to a 10th of percentage point how you're doing compared to your day job. I'm kind of curious, those of you who are thinking of quitting your day job, if you were going to quit your day job, let's just say, how much of your salary would your option premium have to be for you to comfortably say, goodbye, boss, I'm out of here? Would you quit your job before you even hit your salary number because you don't have to commute? You don't have to buy lunch at the office. You don't have to buy coffee at the coffee shop. It's just cheaper for you to stay home, don't park your car, not using gas, or whatever. Are there some of you that will only, as soon as I hit 3/4 of my paycheck, Uncle Bruce, I'm out of here. I don't need this job anymore. Or will it have to equal it? Or do you have to do 50% more for like at least 6 months before you quit? or you have to do at least double your money. You have to double your salary before you quit your day job, to be sure. I'd love to know. Does anyone here have what are your thoughts? What are your individual thoughts on this question? Do let us know. Mando is here. Thank you. Thank you, ALA. And the Dun is getting red, and the Dow is getting red, says Henry. There you go. Well, we're down 18. We're up 2.5 on S&P. We're up 15 on NASDAQ. There you go. All right, guys. Aurora, I'm an educator. My salary is easy to beat by being an option writer. If I pushed writing to its maximum, it wouldn't take much. Well, there you go, right there. I know for some of you kids, you are doubling your take-home pay because you got your paycheck at work from work, and you've got this side income that equals what you make at work. You're not quitting your job because you can do both. So why quit? But you have gone double. And for some of you, you've gone from like $45,000 to $90,000 a year. You've never been there before. This is like a first for you. It's like a world of money. And then you realize after a few months of making that kind of money that there's a lot of people that make a lot more than you. You're never the number one guy. You'll figure that out. The more you make, the more you realize there are people that make more than me. Charlie, the last 3 months times 4 to account for a full year is pretty much equal to my day job now. How about that? Neat. Exactly. Aurora, my plan is to switch to option writing full-time. That's what I'm going to be. So I'm going to be self-employed. I'm going to be a self-employed option writer. An asset manager is what you call yourself. People say, well, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm an asset manager. Oh, who do you work for? And if you have an incorporated company, Atlas Investments. I work for a company called Atlas Investments. It's a local company. They don't realize you're self-employed, running your own show, writing options. They don't know. The less you tell them, maybe the better. Yeah, I'm an asset manager. I'm a portfolio manager. Another way to get people to not ask you too much about your life, they ask you, what do you do for a living? Oh, I sell cars. They'll stop asking you questions about anything. They'll want to talk to someone else because they don't want to hang out with car salesmen. Another one is I sell insurance. They'll run. Mandu, great work, Charlie. Well done, sir. Aurora, I do not comment much, but I follow you every day. I'm taking classes when I can, and I am learning lots. Thank you, Uncle Bruce at Bagel Familia. Rock and roll, Aurora. Love you. There are many like you, Aurora. Many others like you. They don't comment much because they don't feel they have anything to add to the story. They're absorbing. And they're taking the classes, and they're writing, and they're absorbing, and they're learning from everyone else. Many of my viewers are exactly like Aurora. Many of them. So welcome all. Andrea, I do not sell insurance. Laugh out loud. I'm just saying, if you don't want people to know what you do, you tell them you sell insurance, and they'll run away from you. I'm a used car salesman. Oh, they're going to want to get away from you. You're a troublemaker. Yeah. Way to go, Charlie, says JV. Snow Moon, I started working for Vandalay Industries 3 years ago. I sell latex. I'm a latex salesman. That's right. I'm an architect. That's another one. I'm a marine biologist. If you want to go down the George Costanza careers, I'm the assistant to the traveling secretary for the New York Yankees. All kinds of ways to keep people wondering about you. Yes, Doug, I plan on retiring earlier now because of option writing sidekick gig that I've only been doing for 8 months or so. You see the future, don't you? You see it. You see it happening. It's coming. And you're going, oh yeah, this is only a matter of time. As I compound my capital here, I will be writing more and more contracts, compounding my revenue. Yeah, I see the future, Bruce. Andrea, I really do sell insurance, though. Charlie, thanks, guys. Bye. Bobby. I'm in import exports, but I focus on imports. There you go, Doug. Yep, it's real, baby. It's real. And it's spectacular. Yes, I write options, and it's real, and it's spectacular. Henry, can I say I'm selling like I'm a loan shark or something like that? Can I do that? Joe, I'm an import exporter. I import premiums and I export contracts. There you go. You see, I'm a contract writer. You can always say, I write contracts. Yeah, I'm a contract writer. Yeah. Oh, what kind of contracts do you write? Oh, I write futures contracts. Oh, glaze, look, off they go. I'm a full-time import-export writer. I import cash into my account, and I export long odds to the gamblers. That's how I play this game. We're opening in 3 minutes, kids. Are you having fun here? Cindy, I have been approved to sell spreads in my IRA account. Started on Friday. I'm very excited about this. This is very good. This is very interesting. Rock and roll. Well done. Welcome to the party, pal. We're down 30 points on NASDAQ. We're down 5 3/4 on S&P. We're unchanged on the Dow. We've come back again. So there you go. Depeche says, I own a casino. That's what I do. When they ask me, what do you do for a living? I own a casino. Sounds fancy, doesn't it? It does. Azeta Estate, 115 thumbs up, Bruce. I own a casino as well. There you go. I run a casino. I'm a casino manager. Yeah, baby. I'm a casino manager. Indeed. I like this game. Welcome all. 3 minutes away from opening this morning. 183 people have answered my question of the day now. 18% tell me I make more than 50% of my salary. Whatever I make, day job, I'm making more than half of that writing options. And I know there are people here making equal or double or triple that. I know it. 25 to 50% of my salary, 12%, 10 to 25% of what I get paid at my day job. 25% of you making 10 to 25%. And 45% of you are saying, 0 to 10%, Uncle Bruce. I'm really not an option writer. I only do a little bit. I'm getting into it. I'm new. I don't count the money I make in my retirement funds because I can't touch it. So I only count the money I make in my cash accounts or my margin accounts. 45% say 0 to 10. Giddy up, 187 votes. Thumbs up meter coming on with 2 minutes to go. We have broken the 100 barrier for the thumbs up meter. 126. This is way ahead of normal. We're barely hitting 100 when we get to the opening here. 254 of you are in the house. 126 thumbs ups. You know what? We could probably get 120 more from just who's here. Can any of you guys hit the thumbs up button for us? And also answer the poll question of the day. 190 votes now have come through on the poll question. How much of your day job money are you making on the side here with option writing? Is it equal to a quarter of what you make? Is it equal to half of what you make? There's 4 categories. There you go. You let me know how you're doing on that. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you. Stephen Butler, 123 Beach Boy. Biggest Dickus is the name. Henry, the market is opening in less than a minute. Charlie was trying to get my brother's RBC margin account set up for trading. Royal Bank requires a $45,000 account minimum to write options. Ridiculous. I told my brother to close that account and move to Questrade. Exactly. Brian, number 132. Good morning. Welcome, Brian. Thank you for 132 thumbs up. Larry Titus, Bruce. Ding, 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 ding. We're open, baby. We're trading, and DH Ruta is going neat, neat, neat. Let's compound the returns and honor the Knights of Knee. Yes, indeed. Charlie is here. Henry is saying the magic words. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I want to get richer. Let's go. Make me rich. Make me rich now. Yeah, baby. Welcome all to the party, pals. Nice to have you here. I think we're green to start the morning. Beautiful. A margin called. Hey there, Uncle Bruce. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, margin called. Stephen Butler. Neat, 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 neat. Here it comes. Margin called. Neat, neat. Zed. RBC charges 10 per trade and 12 for option trade. Best in interactive brokers, apparently. Interesting. I think the banks generally are not competitive when it comes to allowing you to do option work. I don't know if they're very competitive in Canada. I think Questrade is one area to go. Some like to use international brokers. And then, of course, in the U.S., there are dozens of firms you can use. I mean, just dozens. There you go. ALA is here. Neat, neat. Mandu number 5. Neat, neat, neat. Crazy 1400. I guess my HIMS limit order is not going to hit anytime soon. Oh, my goodness. We'll see how HIMS is doing. HIMS right now opening here at 45.78, down 18.44, 45.57. So lower than that 48 range earlier, and here we are at 45.70. Again, I would look for a sell-off. Margin calls going through. In about half an hour, we might be at the low of the day, give or take. And then you might do cash secured puts. You might be playing that game. Oh, I don't know. All right. I think we're now negative on the Dow, 32 points rather than positive. I have a suspicion, but I'm not sure. We're jumping around a lot here. I can't be very specific about how we're doing here for sure. The Qs are 525.70. They're off 54 cents. The Dow looks to be down 36. S&P down 3. Nasdaq down 69. So the pre-market is just a wild guess as to what's really happening this morning as we watch the opening salvo trades go through. I've just refreshed my page to get the initial look-see here. Rocket Lab down 128, SoFi down 30. It's 14.90. Now I show it at 15. I'm not sure who to believe. GameStop down 52. Triple Q's off 137, 104, 148. There's 3 different quotes from 3 different spots. That'll settle down eventually. 23andMe down 11. MicroStrategy down 8.55. Spire down 22. We got SmartRent down a half a penny. Apple now down 44. Tesla up 12.50 on those robo-taxis in Austin, Texas. Microsoft off 3.58. Alphabet down 2.36. Amazon down 1.70. Nvidia down 1.19. And Meta down 1.93. We are right back to what we were looking like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. When I got up today, the Magnificent Sevens were all in the red except Tesla. Now, Tesla was not holding a $12 gain. It was up about 5, but it's up 12.60 right now. So that's what I see. Okay. Zeta State, CRCL 242. CRCL. Henry, the market is popped red here. Lisa, Tesla 4%. I guess they like the robo-taxi. Savage of Wall Street, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Well, I'm late to the party, but last week I sold 4 $25 GameStop covered calls that expired August for $2.45. And look at that. They're $1.80 right now. How about that? GameStop down 49 cents at $22.96. Doug, I have 2 brokerage accounts. Moomoo gives you 5% interest on your cash, on cash secured puts. Questrade doesn't. I have an account with them too. There you go. Savage Wall Street, I'm taking the family to Tahoe this weekend, so you know I'm going to need those degenerate gamblers to finance this trip right here. The big E, neat, 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 with the Z at the end right there. Can't miss that Z at the end at all. Down 187 on the Qs. Down about 46 on the Dow, I'm assuming. NASDAQ down 80 points. Gold is down 2.30 an ounce. Oil is up a dime, and the VIX is at 20.67, up a nickel. Very quiet morning so far. The Qs now seem to be a little lower, 524.85-ish. We're watching that market closely, although the NASDAQ down 80, the Dow only down 29. So, there's some shifting going on. Rocket Lab down 124, GameStop down 45, SoFi 14.81, Spiders down 29, they're down 6, Q's 146. The S&P down 3 points. That's it for the S&P. The Dow off 28, NASDAQ 71 point loss so far. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Oil up 17 cents a barrel right now. IBM up 180, to 282.80. Nvidia down 124. ASTS down 250. HIMS at 45.48, down 18.48 right now. MSTR down 614. AI down 47. Super Micro down 250. Tesla up 1060. Palantir up 96. Google down 234. Apple down 87. Microsoft down 323. Meta down 130. Amazon down 174. All right, those are some of the larger ones, their reactions here so far. Costco down is up 7.95. EI Lilly up 26.89. Uber down 43 cents. Cisco up 8. Adobe down 133. AMD up 218. So giddy up. 14-cent loss on Uber. Enphase down 17. Spider down 21. Moderna down 51. Pfizer up 6. HPQ down 33. Home Depot up $1. Now it's only up 50 cents. SMH Semiconductors up 37 cents. Goldman down 233. Boeing is down a nickel. Target down 83. JP Morgan up 3. Walmart up 30. Disney down 197. American Airlines down 18 cents. DraftKings down 18 cents. AMC off of about 5 cents. It's down to 296. And Royal Caribbean 264 a share. 264.35 down 803 this morning. There you go. Royal Caribbean's ships near the Middle East are getting out of there. You're not going to sail into Dubai right now. You're not going to Abu Dhabi right now. You're getting out of Oman. You're getting out of that area. You're not going through the Red Sea. So cruise ships have to bug out. Apparently, some airlines are watching their routes in certain parts of the Mideast. So all kinds of activity. Bagel Babe number 147. Thank you, Bagel Babe. Doug Hims down almost 30% at the opening. Wow. That's right. It sounds like Christopher Walken. Wow. It's kind of scary. It's like Hims saw a ghost. Yes, $46 a share down 18.22. I need more cowbell. There you go. Crazy 49er. I rolled my Hims. July 11, $60 puts to June 26, $45 puts. There you go. Rock and roll. All right. I brought in money. I brought in cash. Well, there you go. There's giddy up, kids. Where did you learn to do this? Where are you learning to do these type of things? What are you watching some instruction videos or something? Are you part of a class or something? Where do you learn to do this? Isn't that odd? That's interesting. Yes. Okay. Crazy 49er brought in money. Brian, Ungarus, is this a good chance to buy shares or sell cash secured puts on HIMS? I think cash secured puts. Oh, yeah. Doug, shut down, laughing out loud. There you go. Shut down. One, I know some folks here write on drone companies like JOBY and Archer. How far out are you guys writing on those? Anybody want to answer his question? JM would love to know. Help JM out. What do we got right now? The Dow's up 24, make it 40. S&P's up 9. The NASDAQ now, instead of down being 80, only down 20. So NASDAQ is turning around again. Now it's down 17. So we're coming up. The Qs are actually 20 cents to the negative or 40 cents to the positive. They're right around zero now. So that's what seems to be going on. SoFi down to $14.94, down 26 cents. SoFi hit a low of $14.67 right at the opening. We're now at $14.94, 5.9 million traded. So somebody got blown out of SoFi first thing in the morning, and the market now is coming on the other direction. That's what's going on there. On GameStop, we got down to $22.80 right at the opening. $22.80. We're now $23.14. We're off 34 cents on the day, but we have recovered 34 cents in the session. 1.4 million traded. So it looks like SoFi and GameStop are turning a corner and coming on. Rocket Lab only off 75 cents. IBM still, though, running along at 283.74, up 279. Giddy up. Mike, I closed last week's GameStop, $23 cash secured puts for $2. I'm going to wrote another 30 for this Friday at 67 per. Lisa, I wrote Archer $9 cash secured puts for Jan 26. Zed, Uncle Bruce, I've been waiting. I can write 50 GameStop contracts. I'm waiting for a $33 strike for like 365. When will this thing hit? Should I wait for the next headline or write right now? Yeah, I don't know. We're down now only 28 cents, so we're coming back again. So you may want to sit tight here. Andre Delatorre, JM, I'm writing June 26th on those contracts. Beach Boy is here. I just bought back 4 hymns. Jan $70 calls. They were negative 10% before today. Now I've got a 42% gain instead of a 10% gain. Nice going there, Beach Boy. Juan, thank you, folks, says JM. JM appreciates your comments. Well done, Beach Boy, as always. Like I say, sometimes they go down a lot faster than they go up, don't they? Don't they just? Amazing, just amazing. Zed, I don't know what to tell you about when to write and how much, but you need a little pop on the GameStop, and it was $22.80, now $23.21, a 41-cent turnaround. So we're only down 24 cents now on GameStop. So it's coming back for you. If it now wants to pop up 50, 75 cents a buck today, you might be a happy camper. SoFi, 15.07. We're only down 13 cents on SoFi. The low was 14.67, a 40-cent recovery to now only be down 13 cents on SoFi. That's looking very good. 6.4 million traded in 12 minutes on your SoFi. So it looks like it's coming on quite nice. Henry T, I just wrote my first cash secured put on HIMS. I wrote August 15 expiry, $47 puts for $8 cash. There you go. So the HIMS are at $45.40, and Henry is willing to pay $39 for HIMS if he were to be exercised on these things. So now, if he were to be exercised tonight, he'd be a happy camper because he gets to keep the $8, has to buy this stuff for 47. He keeps the 8, so he's into it for 39. Right now, HIMS is trading at 45.35, so sell him at 45.35 and write another batch of 47s, 45s, taking a bunch more. Yeah, Henry don't mind being exercised. He don't mind no how. No worries. Well done, sir. 36-point gain on the Dow, 12.8 on S&P. We're up 2 on NASDAQ. We've gone 80 points on NASDAQ to the plus column, and that puts the Qs up 79 cents to 5.27. And this is what I'm talking about. Can the Qs go up a buck or two from here? Can they get to 5.29? Maybe 5.30? That might be your signal to consider writing 534s, 535s, 536s for tonight. See what gives. Let's see if this market has any upside tendencies to it. We're just barely even on all of these indexes. We're just green, barely. So what's going to happen? We'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, my goodness. Fun times. All right. SoFi, 15.07. GameStop, 23.28, down 18. Coming back. Rocket Lab, only down 35 cents. There's another one. Could have written cash secured puts first thing this morning on Rocket Lab. It's coming back. Very interesting. IBM holding a 284.29, 332 gain. NVIDIA is down 47 cents. ASTS down 110. HIMS is 46.37 right now, down 17.85. The low for the HIMS stock, 44.17. So it's come back $2.10, 15 cents. Still down 17.85 on 36.8 million volume. Wow. What a hit that thing took today. All right. MSTR down 284. AI down 81. Supermicro down 240. Tesla up 11.95. Palantir up 134 right now. Apple is green. Meta is green. Who else? Netflix, Costco, EI Lilly, Uber, Cisco up, AMD up. There's more green showing here and there. up 53 on the Dow, definitely going green there. Up 11 on S&P, Nasdaq now just up a half a point. The Qs are up 85 cents. 527.03. Welcome to the program. JV just wrote hymns, $45 cash secured put for July 18. They gave me $375. Not too bad for July. That's 3 weeks from now, like 3-4 weeks. There you go. JV taking money. Splair, Tesla is green. Yes, it is. It certainly is green. Welcome all to the program. Nice to have you with me today. Thank you again for being part of the thumbs up audience and also voting on my question of the day. 207 people now have answered the question of the day. 150 have hit the thumbs up button. 100 still to come if we can get everyone over. 253 people watching. We have 150 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Hit that button. We've got 45% of my answer, people who are answering my question today are telling me that their call put credit spread profits now is less than 10% of what they own. So they're not yet making any dough. 25% though say I'm making between 10 and 25% of my salary writing options. 12% say 25 to 50% is what I'm making now. And 17% are telling me I make more than half of my salary. So whatever I get paid at work, between me, my wife and I together combined, more than half of that is beyond that is being made option rate. So if you're bringing in 110 grand, they're telling me we're making more 55,000 a year, Bruce. That's the pace we're on right now. We're doing more than 1,100 a week. Not shabby. Well, welcome to the party, pal. Those of you who are thinking of quitting your day job, how much do you need to see coming through your margin account? That margin account that you can touch. How much cash has to come through before you quit your day job? Does it have to be half your salary, all of your salary, 1.5 times your salary, double, triple? What's the number that would make you think, you know what? At this pace, with this kind of money coming in from option writing, I'm going to quit my day job and I'm going to become a full-time portfolio manager, managing my portfolio. I like this game. Let me know if you can, if you wish. Thank you, everybody. Henry T, I just wrote my first cash secured put. JV just wrote hymns for 375. Christina, whoops, Brian, Chewy up 2%. Woohoo, giddy up. Welcome all to the program. 62-point gain on the Dow, make it 76. 15 on S&P and Nasdaq up 20. Qs are up now $1.28. Giddy up 527.52. So looking further out from here, that's what you want to be doing. Keep it going, guys. Thank you all. Welcome to the party, pal. Mike says, I would definitely quit my day job if I were at 200% of my paycheck. Then charge a ridiculous consulting fee to myself or to them. If for me to work for them now as a consultant, you'd ask for double your salary on an hourly basis. Absolutely. You'll do a retainer. You'll do like a 20-hour a week retainer, maybe, or maybe 2 hours a day, 10-hour a week retainer at for 10 hours a week, which is barely roughly a quarter of what you used to do, at half your salary. You'll be surprised how many will pay it. It's incredible. Tesla 338 on Tesla, says Splar. Ostergaard, I guess who just got a perfect A+ in his bachelor project presentation today? This happy guy right here. Rock and roll, buddy. Rock and roll. Now you can throw all that out the window and make money writing options. There you go. Throw that university education out the window and just make money writing options. Jeff, not wife's salary, but okay. Not wife's salary, not included in the equation. If I get to 50% of my income, I would quit my job, liquidate my 401k, and add to my brokerage account. Currently on track to make a little more than 25%. There you go. See, there you have it. Now, there are folks here who watch me and scheme away, just like Jeff does. And they say to themselves, well, if I were to quit, if I were to rearrange my finances first before I quit my day job, I could make this work. There are people here who will say, we've got credit card debt, we have car loans, we have other obligations, and we have equity in our house. And I've been writing options now for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, and we're bringing in like 25 to 50% of what we make at work from the options account. We could walk over to our banker and get a line of credit, an equity line of credit on our house. And for some of you, what ends up happening is you take an equity line of credit for like $250,000 and you pay off your car loans and you pay off your credit cards, which means you've reduced your cost of living from those expenses by quite a bit of money per month. You don't need to make those minimum payments and those loan payments anymore. Your banker is saying, this makes all the sense in the world. You bring in 250 grand in fresh cash, knock off those debts, what you're paying the bank for your loan versus what you're paying for the car and the credit cards, you're actually still reducing your cost of living. Now you still have 150 left over, and you're putting that in your margin account along with what you're managing now. And now you go, okay, well, we can triple the size of our investments now. We can do triple the amount of trading because we have that much more capital. And if we're already bringing in 30% of our paycheck, and now we've tripled the size of our portfolio, we're going to be bringing in 90% of our portfolio. But if I quit my job and do this full time, I have all the attention to spend on my account instead of only 20, 30% of my time. I can give all of my time. And I will turn around and offer myself as a consultant to my very own company or to other organizations that I'm aware of. And I will bring in, I will work 10 hours a week, a quarter of the time. I will bring in half my salary now for that. And I will make 90% of my former salary from the option market. And so we're at 140% now. And I'm self-employed. Hello. This is a new gig. 10 hours of work here and market work here, and it's 140% of what we're doing now. We're working full-time and doing the market on the side. This is a raise. This is a serious raise. And we're in charge of our lives. Hello. Hostergaard. Yes, I could possibly do that, although it's hard to compete with computer science degree wages. Maybe save a year or two working and then quitting once I get the nest egg. You never know. Susan, 153 thumbs up. I'm a little late, so I need to see what I missed in the morning. Bobby, I'm a timeline person. I don't care if I make my magical number. There's still years of work left in my body before I think about retirement. The house needs to be paid off. My kids, both adults, need to be living on their own. They got to leave and live on their own. Right on. Well, we're up 114 on the Dow right now. We're up 20 on S&P. We're up 37 on NASDAQ. Make it 39 now on NASDAQ. We've got the VIX down 2. We've got oil up 17 cents. The Qs are up 190 to 528, you see. Yeah, I'm talking about, what was I telling you this morning? 529, 530. Let's see if we can get another 40-point gain on the NASDAQ and be up 80. We're up 39 now. Can we be up 80, 85 points? That would put the Qs at 529 and a half or something. You know what I mean? Close to 530. That would mean you would be looking at writing 534, 535, 536 for today. Expiry, credit spreads. You'll do the calls on the other side of that. Let's see what's going on here. Interesting stuff. Mike H. Hostergaard, you'd be surprised. Not going to say my salary, but I'm 27 years into working with computer engineering degree, and I'm making about 70% of my current salary in options. Isn't that something? Crazy 49er. What do you think of call credit spread for Tesla that expires this week? 380, 390 for 50 cents. Well, what's Tesla sitting at right now? Tesla, 340 a share, and you're doing 380.90s. Yeah, I'd be looking at those. I would keep an eye. If you can do something like 370.80s for a better payoff, maybe that might be the way to go. But check it out. Yeah, 5% return. Can you get a 7-8% return, a 9% return? Keep your trigger finger happy. Close. Lisa, I sold a Tesla 19th of September expiry, $420 covered call, and they paid me, Bruce, $18.59. Wow, $18.59 for a 420. The market is $341. This is an $80 roughly out of the money call for September. My God, July, 90 days for $18.59. Nice going. That's 20 cents a day right there. Depreciation, 20 cents a day. $20, $2. What is that? $20 a day, because $1 is $100. Yeah, 20 cents times 100 shares. $20 a day, 7 days a week depreciation. $140 a week depreciation Lisa's taking on this contract, just as a straight line accounting rule only. Hey, look, I like Crazy 49ers' idea of writing a call credit spread on Tesla well ahead of the market. I like that. You're only doing, of course, for Friday. If you went out the Friday after, take a look at 383.90s for the next Friday. What can you get for those? Can you get $1 something? You'll get a 50-cent return in the week anyway. Like, if you can get 50 cents between now and Friday, or you can get $1.20 between now and the next Friday, you're going to get the 50, 60 cents by this Friday on that contract. You see what I mean? And if the stock is already doing you a favor by dropping $15 tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, both of those will shrink out fast. So, do your homework. Nice going. Hostergaard, well, that sounds rather good. I just need to kind of get some money to do real investment with. Right now, I got about 11.5 saved, manage on the student budget. Want to invest the wage budget too. There you go. Crazy 49er. Those 370.80s, 130. Crazy 49er, they're 130. Lisa, it's 88 days till expiry. Happy to let that slowly depreciate or sell for 438. I'll take my stock take me out at 438. She says, yeah, there he is right there. Joe wrote 3 $48 cash secured puts on HIMS for August 15th for 801. I'm happy again. I like this guy. I'll buy him back for $40. No problem. 46.57 is where the stock is. And Joe is going, I'll buy them back for 48. Give me $8, baby. I'll buy him for $40. No problem. Nice going there, Joe. Taking, what is this? Nice percentage off the top there. Nice going, buddy. And that's just August. That's an August contract. This is June here. You're talking here about not even 2 months, not even 60 days. This is exceptional return on money. That's why option writers around here do so well. Option writers do well because they take big percentage profits on pretty good contracts, big premiums, lots of upside potential. I like it. We're up 125 on the Dow. We're up 21 in S&P, and NASDAQ is up 48. So the Qs are up 191 to 528.15. Giddy up, everybody. Well done. These three right here, he needed about just under 15 grand, and he got paid $2,400 cash to do this deal. If he buys these back for $3 each, he'll clear $500 a contract times 3. That's $1,500 net profit on less than $15,000 capital in 30 days, 40 days, whatever. The stock wants to inch back to 50, 52. Oh, he'll close this in no time. Nice going, Joe. Nice going indeed. All right. Fun times. $2 gain on the Qs, 528.33. Very interesting market here. 528.33, 528.59. We're jumping around here. Giddy up. All right. Blair, all right, if nothing else happens at GameStop or SoFi, I'm done for today. I made 20% with 2 shares of Tesla. I'm fine now. There you go, buddy. Another little win there. Giddy up, everybody. SoFi, have you seen your SoFi? It's down a penny. 15.19 on your SoFi. We're about to break out. 9.6 million. We've come all the way back from 14.67 to 15.16. And GameStop down 27 cents. And have you noticed your Rocket Lab? We're down $1.20 something this morning. Now we're up $1.27. 31.31 on Rocket Lab. 28.44 was the low. 28.44. That's not quite $3 ago. $2.90. Big run up here. 31.28 on 8.7 million on Rocket Lab. It's going, baby. IBM is up 4.33 to 285.30. It just does not want to give up the ghost. NVIDIA down 6 cents. ASTS up 25. HIM's still at $47, down $17. MSTR down 231. AI down 2 cents. Supermicro down 285. Look at the Tesla, 344 up $22. Yeah, well, crazy 49er, whoever was thinking of those spreads, keep looking, maybe 370, 80, maybe 80, 90, maybe 85, 95, maybe 90 to 400. 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out. Keep an eye on this. Let it run. Let it run. Palantir up 164. Google down 79. Apple's up 82. Microsoft down 148. Meta is up 233. Amazon up 2 at the moment. Netflix is holding a bit of a gain here, up 255. What else is going on? Anything crazy? Adobe up 120. AMD up 334. Unity down 16. Enphase is up 7. It's gone green. So we're getting more green into the show here. 160 gain on the Dow. That's the high of the day. 170. 27-point gain on S&P. NASDAQ now up 74.50. Here we go. We're up $2 on the Qs now. Just about 240 on the Qs. They're getting stronger. And this is what you want to see. You want to fold those arms. Let this market have a little run. A little celebratory, whatever, let it do it, and take your time. Let's keep an eye on those VIX numbers, the NASDAQ, the S&P, the Dow. Watch oil. Wait. Oh, yeah, baby. Giddy up. Joe Oliver, there's nothing like getting validation from your favorite Uncle Juan. Let's go. Rocket Lab. Ostergaard. Haven't checked my stocks the last month or two while prepping my bachelor's. I got all my money in written puts on Rocket Lab and SoFi and one written covered call for Rocket Lab. Let's see how they're doing. Murray, nice dip earlier for Rocket Lab. 6 October 25 expiry, $22 cash secured puts at 188. I love selling options, Bruce. I love this game. Bobby doing the Kramer horse race dance with Rocket Lab. Come on. Come on, we're up 160 on Rocket Lab, 31.64. SoFi 15.16, right at the break-even level, just down 4 cents. I think we're about to go green on SoFi. I think so. Qs 528.80, 528.93, looking for 529 to 530 on the Qs. They want to go to 530. You can write 34, 35s. I would think so. Keep an eye on those. Market wants to go up. Great. Let the market go up. Oh, yeah. Welcome all to the program. Up 175 on Rocket Lab. IBM 285.50 up 460. NVIDIA green up 13. ASTS green up 32. HIMS 47.25, still down 16.97. MSTR down 333. AI up 11. Supermicro down 270. Okay, giddy up. Hostergaard, 60% gains on the puts in SoFi and Rocket Lab. 172% loss on the covered call Rocket Lab, but I used premium on buying more stocks, and they're up. So I think I might even be positive on this covered. I have a feeling you are. One, what will the bagel do today? Oh my gosh, what will the bagel impact the market like today? Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program. Tesla up 22, Palantir up 180, Google down 73, Apple up 80, Microsoft down 122, Meta up 399, Amazon up 29, Intel up 44, Netflix up 380. There you go. Costco up 967, $16 gain on Lilly. Yeah, Cisco up 62, Adobe up $1.50 higher. AMD up 372, everybody. Giddy up, all giddy up. 176 gain on the Dow. We've got a 26-point gain on S&P. We've got Nasdaq up 70 now, just over 1/3%, which puts the Qs up 330 at 529.54. There you go. There you go. Call credit spreads are in your future, kids. You'll be watching those option chains to see what comes your way. Well, welcome everybody to the program. Very, very interesting morning. Let's take a peek here at Bitcoin. 102,500. It's popped up a little bit. It was down to the 101 range, 110,000 range. We've popped up a bit. Look at the bagel today. Auntie Jen, how are you?
You pop up a bit when I bring that in.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Welcome all to the show. Welcome Auntie Jen to the program. Nice to have you here.
How's our Monday? Things are green.
Yeah, we were
Are we ignoring reality?
Slightly green this morning. Then we went slightly red. Then we were unchanged. Went red. Now we're green, and we're up about 1/3 of a point on the Dow. Trying to go 0.46 on S&P. We're up 1/3 on Nasdaq. So the Qs are pushing around the 529 mark right now.
Okay.
So they're up a little bit. So we're watching all this stuff going on. I mean, oh my gosh. This market is really
volatile.
Wow. Yeah. I saw the Bitcoin actually this morning at 98,500. Now it's 102,500.
Wow.
So we've gained $4,000 on Bitcoin this morning. But this only brings it back to where we were really on Friday. That was a 102 range. Last week, Wednesday, it was 106, 106,000. So.
And my old brain just doesn't get it.
Well, there it is.
I think it's all smoke and mirrors.
Well, there's that. What can I say? Yeah, fun times at the OK Corral. Trying to do what we do best here, make money in this market.
Can I take this from you too?
Oh yeah, please, please. SoFi is green, Bruce. Okay, finally, we were red this morning. We were as low today on SoFi as 1467. That was the opening. Now we're 1524. So we've got 33 and 24 cents back.
It's taking its time.
57-cent recovery, +4 on 11 million volume. SoFi's green. GameStop down 27 cents. Rocket Lab was down $1.30. It's now up $2. A 3.30 turnaround. It's up $2 right now. 32.04 on Rocket Lab. Looking very good. So we got some good stuff going on there. Yeah, there it is. That's the story, Jen, and I'm sticking to it.
That's right.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take you. I'll leave you.
Okay.
You guys have a good Monday. Have a good week.
Have a great week. We're back from our
last full week of
BC
last
trip.
week of school for everybody.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Unfortunately, for all those field trips, it's going to be rainy here.
It's a good thing we did our trip to BC this weekend rather than in 2 weeks from now.
It's been so long since I have been on that highway. That twinning project is worth every penny we paid for it. Every penny.
Yeah, we took the Trans-Canada Highway west, and a lot of it has been twinned, so it's 2 lanes each way now instead of 1 lane each way with the odd passing lane here and there.
Yeah.
But they're still working it. It's right through the mountains, so big money.
It's where all of the Albertans drive to, pulling their campers and their trailers, and then we throw all the trucks on there, and And then we throw the people who don't like driving on the highway on there. And it's,
Insanity.
yeah,
Truly.
yeah,
Glad to be home.
that's right. So it was great. It was beautiful. It's beautiful there.
We enjoyed ourselves, yeah.
There's a reason they call it beautiful British Columbia.
Good company, too.
Good company. The Rockies are spectacular.
Yeah, yeah. And
Rain,
we had no
rain
smoke.
For us, new snow on the top.
We had lots of rain and showers off and on, so the air was crispy clear.
No smoke. Rain getting
smoke.
rid of those fires.
So they're not going to have forest fire issues there. That's good news. Thank you, Jim.
Enjoy.
Thank you. SoFi is green, says Walter Sharon. SoFi is green, bros. Yes, it is. Okay. Ostergaard. SoFi, January 26th at a $15 premium. 8 of them written. A Rocket Lab, Jan 26, 25s and 20 premium. 1 each. The covered calls at 22 strike. 135 Rocket Lab shares. There you go. Andre, go SoFi. Ostergaard, did I say... all right. Maybe it's time to roll some things here. Andre, SoFi. Walter, good morning, Auntie Jen. And same from Mandu and Richard Garland. She says hi. Right back to you guys. Thank you all. Andre, I'm rolling SoFi today. Ostergaard, hi, Auntie Jen. Guess who got an A+ on his bachelor today and saw 60% gain on his stocks? A very good day for me. Doug, 70% gains on my $13 SoFi cash secured puts for September. Love this game. Ostergaard, any good movies out these days? I want to celebrate by going to the cinema. Henry T, my cash secured puts NVIDIA for July 11th, 138 is 53% gains here. Thank you. Stephen, Bagel Time. Zed, did you say you guys were in BC? We were, but not Vancouver. No. Not that far. Sharon, AMD up 5. Bobby, stay hydrated. Auntie Jen and Uncle Bruce. Bobby, 40 Celsius in Ontario. Not ugly because it's humid there too. Not good. Yeah, we're gonna be plus 17 today on the Celsius scale, if that. So no issues here. All right, the Qs are up 310 at 529.34. Welcome to the party, pal. So great to see all of you here today. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being part of the program. Tom wants to know, is he going to announce a stock buyback tonight? Is he going to be buying more stock? Zed, if you ever come to Vancouver, would love to take you guys out for dinner. Atlas Steakhouse. There you go. There you go. Now, we went into the Vernon area, Vernon, British Columbia. We didn't even get to Kelowna. Too much traffic. It's insanity. Now, if we were to go to Vancouver, we're flying. We're not going to drive it. No, thank you. This toasted sesame seed bagel, grape jelly on there. Man, is it good. Love it. Well, your NASDAQ is up 102, so that the Qs are up 336 at the moment. Qs are up. Dow's up 185. S&P up 33 points. Half a percentage point on the S&P, half a point on NASDAQ, 0.4 on the Dow. The Qs are definitely up over half a percentage point. SoFi 15.16 down 4. GameStop 23.10 down 35. Rocket Lab up 229 now, 32.33 on Rocket Lab. A huge 350 turnaround from the low of the day to here. A very good day. ASTS turnaround. We're up 138 on the ASTS. The low today, 43.02. We're now 47.30. A $4.30 gain on ASTS today. So Congratulations, cash secured put writers over there. Susan Shops, is anyone still writing call credit spreads on the Qs for the day or the week? Not yet, but soon. And we might be this today. We might see some of you do some credit spreads later today. Want to see how high this market wants to go. Let this market run up. The VIX still improving, down 32. That's improvement. Oil down 25. Dow up 190. And we'll see how this plays out here. Interesting morning today. Very interesting morning here. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. 223 is the number of you. That's how many of you have answered my question for the day today. Thank you. 223 of you. Thumbs up meter 158. Coming up to the 200 mark. 42 to go. Thank you all. Giddy up. How much of your income, your day job income, is now, what percentage of that are option profits generating for you? That's kind of what we want to know today. Are you able to answer that question? Are you making $1,000 a month writing options? Are you generating a couple of thousand a month writing options? What kind of a percentage of your gross pay does that represent? Does it represent 25% of what you make? Does it represent, are you doing so well that you're now doing half or more than half of what you earn at work? Love to hear that response. Do let me know. 18% making over 50% than making at work. 25 to 50%, 12% of you. There's 30% right there, 25% or more. 10 to 25%, we got 25% of you saying that. So here's 55% of the answers, making anywhere from 10 to 25 to 25 to 50 and over 50% of their paycheck. Of course, some of you have forgotten how much was I making when I was working? How much was that? You long left your jobs, your day jobs, you long ago. There are people here who were let go by their corporations because of downsizing, AI, staff cutbacks, whatever the word was they used. There are people here who were offered to leave. They took an early retirement package. They walked. And there are people here who have found me who are sitting on 5,000 and 10,000 shares of a company that they used to work for. They can now do what they want with those shares. They're using those shares to write options in their retirement accounts on those shares, and they're hauling in massive premiums. They're using the premiums to buy even more of those shares or shares in other companies to write options on those. There are people here who have learned how to write credit spreads and are now writing credit spreads for a partial living or a full-time living. It's a happening thing around here. We're up 200 on the Dow. We got a 200-point gain now on the Dow, half a percentage point gain. S&P is up 35, and NASDAQ up 120 points. So the Qs are up 386 right now at 530.10. Okay, so I know some of you guys are watching those triple Qs. Okay. Bagel Babe, how do you guys answer the poll question and then don't give this guy a thumbs up? How is that even possible, she's asking. Dak, Susan wrote PCS on Qs. Put credit spreads on Qs on Friday for expiry today. 10 times 524, 526, just closed for a 90% profit. Thank you very much. May I have another Cindy B, I started collecting Social Security early, but I make just as much in 2 days writing options than I do getting my monthly check. Thank you very much. Nicely done, Cindy. Henry, I wrote covered calls, Rocket Lab, $9.19 for $25. I got $2.50 for those. Why haven't I seen this being exercised? Why aren't they exercising my contract? Because they're Septembers. They're not close enough. Not saying it'll happen anyway, but at the moment, not yet. Henry, what are your thoughts, Uncle B? Yep, they're September contracts. Stock's $32.50. I would take a look at buying those back if you can write new contracts for December, January, next year, June. Higher strike, just as much money. So if you can buy those contracts back for, I don't know, what are they going for? $32.50 on the stock. What are those $9 contracts now? Can you write a call for $9 or $10 expiring next year at a higher strike? Can you get 30s out the door for $8 or $9? Check it out. Move up the strike. Susan Shop. Those are nice good put spreads on Qs. Those are really nice. Rock and roll. 530 on the Qs. I'm thinking call credit spreads on Qs. Come on, SoFi. 15.19 on SoFi. 1 penny away from breaking even. Rocket Lab up 2.34. Go Rocket Lab. Tom, those contracts probably changed hands multiple times already. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It sure have. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the Party Pals. Thanks for joining us today from wherever you are around the world. Love having you here. We hope you're making nothing but money today. Susan Shops is asking Cindy B, are you on Discord? There you go. People are talking to each other on Discord. You want to join Discord and you're a Gold Bagel member of this channel, send me an email. Links are down below and I'll send you a link. Tell me your Gold Bagel member name. I'll send you a link to the Discord. Giddy up, you guys. Oh, my last chunk of bagel here with a nice gain today for the market. So, okay. So good. Crazy 49er. I'm sitting on GameStop, $45 call for Jan 27. I'm up 30%. What do you think about rolling these for the same expiry, but $35 strike for a buck? Well, it's doable. Definitely doable. Get you closer to the action for sure. Absolutely wonderful. SoFi's green, 15.22. 13 million traded on SoFi now. 55 minutes into the day. Welcome all. GameStop down 50 cents at $22.98. Opportunities to write cash secured puts on GameStop coming up. Mm, mm, mm. Thank you for joining me today. $226 people have responded to the question of the day. Let's check out the thumbs up meter. How are we doing on that? $164. Thank you. Thank you all for being part of the family today and joining us here, helping out with the thumbs up, helping out with the question of the day, bringing in your commentary. Those of you who are members of this channel, those of you who are picking up these classes, congratulations, well done. 227 answers to the question here. 18% of you are telling me that I'm making more than half of my salary already writing options. I only just started this. I'm still a rookie at this. 25 to 50% of your salary now, 12% of you, that's 1 in 8. 10 to 25% of your salary, a quarter of you are doing between 10 and 25% now on an annual run rate of profits. Still got 45% of you at the bottom end here, 0 to 10%. We'll keep working with you. Get you going. Giddy up. Welcome all to the mayhem that is the markets. Giddy up. Rocket Lab up 175 at 31.78. We got SoFi 15.22 up 2. GameStop 22.97 down 49 cents. We got Q's up 268 or so. In that 529 neighborhood, we've got 23andMe up 12 cents. So we got MicroStrategy down 6.15. Spire is down 19. ATIP is up a penny. SmartRent up 2.5 cents. Apple up 22. Tesla up 29.79 at 351.95. Microsoft is down 178. Alphabet, Google down 42. Amazon up 6 cents. Nvidia down 22 cents. Meta 546 gain. Super Micro 226 loss. ASTS Space Mobile up 168. AI up 7. Palantir up 327. Been up all day. Unity up 20. Goldman up 280. Cisco up 74. Spiders up 330. Netflix up $14. No change on Pfizer. Arc Innovations up 170. It's green everywhere. IBM up $4. Uber up 9 cents. We're up 306 on Home Depot. Up $1.50 higher on Vanik. Up 270 on Adobe and Enphase up 12. HPQ just down 15 cents. One of the few losers on the day. Just a slight loss. Nvidia down 7 cents. It's a nothing burger over there. Very interesting session here. And like I said, SoFi at 15.20 to 22 range here, just battling all the way back from a loss this morning to the break-even line. The question is, can it gain from here? That is the multiple choice question. We will see how that plays out. There you are, kids. That's our that's the opening. Thank you, everybody. 168 thumbs ups, 205 people still watching. Fantastic, guys. Help us out with a thumbs up if you can. Poll question of the day, 227 results. Thank you for that. Love having you here. That Hims and Hers Health, wow, down to 43.25. We're down 21 bucks. Still under pressure. So that stock is definitely cash secured put neighborhood. But you want to back off as much as you can. If you can write 40s, 38s, hey, go out there 6-8 months longer if you have to and bring in bucks. Can you bring in 20% or more for your money? Maybe that's the way to play it. But hey, keep an eye on that. All righty. Lorraine, 166, Bruce. I'm a 166er. Thank you for these thumbs up to you guys. Have a great rest of your day today. Get richer, would you? Learn how to write options. Why guess what the market's going to do when you can just exploit it for what it's telling you it's going to do? Become the casino and learn to write contracts. Susan, I didn't realize Q's is going ex-dividend today. Bruce, the index will drop by dividend, right? So maybe writing today just on drop is good. Maybe, yes, no. Maybe. Again, you gotta watch the chart yourself. Blair, have a relaxed day, y'all. Charlie, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Have a great day, Charlie. Neat. Don't forget the knee emojis. Thank you all so much for your support of this channel. Appreciate you all. We had a 200-point gain on the Dow. We're up 140 right now, giving up a little bit of ground. Keep an eye on this market and see where it wants to go. Take your pound of flesh out of there and let's move on. I say thank you, sir. May I have another? Giddy on up. Oil down $1 now. Down $1 a barrel. It was up almost 4 this morning, like early and over the weekend. Now it's at 72.78. Oil is not worrying about it. Gold up $11 an ounce. VIX down 42 cents. There you have it. Fantastic all. Thank you, JV. We'll see you tomorrow as well. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Get richer. Make nothing but money. Not make friends, but make money too. And we'll catch you in the morning tomorrow. Thank you again for all your support. And we'll catch you next time. This is Bruce saying goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Bye.